If you get your views from television news, you'll only hear stories that corporations choose. You'll only get to see what they want you to see. You're gonna have to read and decide what you believe. We all watched in horror 911. The planes hit the towers and the towers came down. Did you ever wonder how they fell so fast? Well, maybe that's a question that we're not supposed to ask. Don't you think it's strange there were no fighter jets? Did someone give the order not to intercept? And if they really scrambled, then why'd they fly so slow? Maybe there's an answer that we don't want to know. And where was our president? George W., that fool. He was visiting with children at an elementary school. And when he heard the news, he didn't seem concerned. He just calmly read a picture book while all those people burned. The Bushes and Bin Ladens. Now what's that all about? While all of us were grounded, they flew his family out. Osama got his training from the CIA. Our soldiers took Afghanistan, they let him slip away. A new Pearl Harbor was their big chance to launch two wars that they'd planned in advance. Now we know they lied about weapons in Iraq. Did they allow the 9/11 attack? If you get your views from television news, you'll only hear stories that corporations choose. You'll only get to see what they want you to see. You're gonna have to read and decide what you believe.
Welcome to episode 5 of this season's 9/11 Was an Inside Job. I think that makes, well, that's 2 seasons plus the 5 shows this year. We're almost at 60 one-hour shows. And, of course, I got the latest 9/11 photos behind me. But I promised you that we'd show you the 9/11 conference that happened in San Francisco on February 19th. That was the day before our last show. But they didn't get the video copies out until the middle of the week. Everybody has seen David Ray Griffin, Richard Gage, sorry, give his presentation. In fact, the next show, the 20th, is going to be the 1-hour presentation that Richard Gage presents. There's a 2-hour version, a half-hour version, and a 1-hour version. I'll go ahead and show the 1-hour version because the studio is closed next show, which will be the 20th. So I'm going to leave out the David Ray Griffin presentation of the conference, and we're going to start with, well, I said it again, I've got that mixed up. We're going to start with David Ray Griffin, and then following David Ray Griffin will be Stephen Jones, and then following Stephen Jones is the one that you really have to hear. This is one that almost gets no coverage. It's the firefighters for 9/11 Truth, and the man, one of the founders of Firefighters for 9/11 Truth, who was a first responder, is going to give a good 10-minute presentation that you must hear. It's the firefighters' point of view. So anyway, we're going to play cut 3 through 6 of a 6-part conference that you can get off the internet. You can go to AE 9/11 Truth and it'll direct you there, or you can go to Google, and I mean YouTube probably, and immediately type in February 19th 9/11 conference. So with that, you guys go ahead and start it up. Yeah, there you go.
At this point, I would like to invite Dr. David Ray Griffin up to provide additional perspective for Dr. Griffin will bring additional perspective this morning on the questionable science of NIST. Author of The Mysterious Collapse of the World Trade Center 7, Why the Official Report about 9/11 is Unscientific and False. Dr. Griffin is a professor of philosophy of religion and theology, emeritus at Claremont School of Theology and Claremont Graduate University, the author of 36 books, 9 of which are on the subject of 9/11. His most complete statement about 9/11, The New Pearl Harbor Revisited, was Publisher Weekly's Pick of the Week in 2008. His work on the 9/11 issue has prompted his nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. Dr. David Ray Griffin. Good morning, and thank you. I have prepared comments I will just read. A recently discovered paper on conspiracy theories by Obama appointee Cass Sunstein has rightly been receiving a lot of negative attention. But this paper also makes an important contribution, pointing out that an idea cannot be rejected simply because it is a conspiracy theory, because there are true as well as false conspiracy theories. We can decide between a true and a false theory, of course, only by examining the evidence. Sunstein says that the government's 9/11 conspiracy theory, according to which the attacks came about because of a conspiracy between Osama bin Laden and 19 members of Al-Qaeda, is true, while the theory of the 9/11 truth movement is false. Do we need to fix the microphone? People seem to be telling me. Does somebody want to do it, or? Well, yeah, it seemed like it went off there at some point. Okay, thank you. Sunstein says that the government's 9/11 conspiracy theory, according to which the 9/11 attacks resulted from a conspiracy between Osama bin Laden and 19 members of his